morning or good afternoon to our parents and students. Welcome back to 2022 and a very special welcome to all of our new families joining us for the first time this year at Bellbird Park State Secondary College. Thank you sincerely for your patience and understanding as we navigated the disrupted start to the school year owing to COVID. Personally, we couldn't wait for our students to finally return, and it was so lovely to see all their enthusiastic, happy, smiling faces return on Monday the 7th of February. Your students have settled in extremely well this year, and there's excellent learning happening in all of our classrooms despite the disrupted start. So we return this year very excited and optimistic about what we can all achieve together. 2021 was an extremely successful year for us at Bellbird Park, and it was an honour for us to be recognised nationally with a host of awards that we won at the Australian Education Awards in November-December last year. So on behalf of the staff at Bellbird Park State Secondary College, we wish all of our students and parents a very happy and successful 2022. We look forward to a year of further growth and progress, and we can't wait to celebrate the achievements of your students throughout the year. I hope that you enjoy this video presentation as our staff highlight some important reminders for your students for this year.
My name is Melissa Fields, Deputy Principal for Year 7 here at Bellbird Park. Welcome to all of our new families at the college this year, and welcome back to those that are continuing on with older siblings and with the new siblings starting this year.
Hi everyone, my name's Beck Peacock and I am the Head of Year 7 for 2022. Really excited to be working with our newest and biggest cohort this year. We've got almost 380 Year 7 students this year, which is really exciting. Our college is certainly growing. A lot of the students already know me due to the work that I've done over the last couple of years in the transition space with our local primary schools. So I'm really excited to be able to continue that this year and build on those relationships.
Hi, my name is Giri Sharma and I'm the Deputy Principal for Year 8. Ms. Corinne Roberts and I work together to solve any problems that the Year 8s may be facing in regards to attendance, behaviour or engagement.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Corinne Roberts and I am Head of Year 8.
Hi, my name is Amy Brown and I'm the Deputy Principal of Year 9. I'd like to take this opportunity to say welcome back for 2022, and also a very warm welcome to all of our new families who are joining us here this year.
Hello everyone, my name's Danny Downey and I'm the Head of Year 9 here at Bellbird Park State Secondary College. I'm your first port of call for your student. If you have any issues, please send me an email and we'll work together to solve it.
This year in junior secondary, we're very fortunate to have a great team of student leaders behind us here at the college. So I'd like to take this opportunity just again to congratulate our junior secondary captains and house captains. So we have Matthew Cahill, Surya Kumar, we also have Dawn Fleur Flamoy, and finally we have Akon Amul. These are wonderful young people, and the reason I wanted to talk about them specifically today is these young people are on the ground every day and available for students to talk to. So often as parents, we know students come home and talk about the challenges that they're having at school. I'd strongly encourage you to link in with your child and suggest that potentially they seek out our student leaders. They're great role models, they know our school really well and can link students into support.
I'm going to talk about good study habits and why they are important in high school. The first reason why good study habits are important is because you're now in high school. Things are going to get tough, things are going to get hard. So it's important that we have some good study habits in place. It is also important so that you're not feeling stressed when it's assessment time. You are prepared, you know what's coming. And the next reason is it sets you up for success. And it also sets you up for success when you go to senior school. When you are in years 10, 11 and 12, these good study habits will be very important. The next thing I want to talk about is how to set up good study habits. The first and most important thing about good study habits is to pack your bag the night before, to be prepared for learning the next day. What subjects do you have the next day? pack those books, packs the stationery that you need for the next day. You also would need to set up a study timetable or a study plan. So for example, on Mondays, when you come back, you are going to study English. On Tuesdays, you're going to study maths. And on Wednesday, you're going to study science and humanities. You will set up a study timetable that goes with your school timetable so you can catch up on the homework. The next thing you need to do is be on top of your homework and your assignments. It is really important for all students to know how to use our diary. It's a really good tool that you can use so you are prepared. You know the due dates and you can write them in your diary. So again, you're not stressed when you have 3 assignments due in the same week. One of the techniques that I have taught my students is to have short, sharp bursts to do assignments or to do revision. You need to put all your distractions aside, put your phone aside, put it on silent, and have 25 minutes of focused practice. You do it for 25 minutes for one particular subject, and I can tell you it works wonders. So let's start developing those good study habits in junior secondary.
I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about our RISE values here at the school. I think it's really important that as parents and as caregivers, you're aware of the values that we talk about here at the school, and our strong emphasis is on our RISE core values. So we have responsibility, integrity, support and effort, and each and every day these key messages are going in the classroom and also at year level parades, and we talk to students around what's expected to be a Bellbird Park State Secondary student. These values, they're very pertinent in the classroom in terms of our work, and also very pertinent in the playground. Not only that, the way that we represent our school with pride when we're not inside the college grounds. So I think these are really great values. They were selected by our community when we started our college a few years ago. And I wanted to take this opportunity just to remind parents what are the core values of our school that we're working with our children towards. So what does RISE look like? Well, around the school, it's about taking responsibility for our actions. It's about having integrity and always doing the right thing, whether that be around our facilities and grounds or whether that be in our interactions with each other. Outside the community, it's about wearing our uniform always with pride and recognising that we're always representing our school community in all aspects of our day-to-day living. And whilst we do talk about the values inside the classroom and we do have explicit lessons that teach our core values, we also have a strong culture here at Bellbird Park of recognising students who are demonstrating these values day in and day out. You may have seen or heard about our Effort Awards ceremony that occurs every year in recognition of students who are demonstrating our values consistently. You may have noticed students around the school who have badges on their uniform. This is a way that our students can display to their peers that they have been formally recognised. I would really encourage all parents and caregivers at this time of the year that setting some goals around effort would be a really strong way to start the year. Looking at report cards from last year, analysing the effort results and setting some new targets for the new year.
So we're going to talk a little bit about finding help and support when you're out there in the playground as well as throughout the day. Here at Bellbird Park we use a traffic light system. The traffic light system helps us to triage our problems. I've talked a lot to the students about this, around what's a small problem, what's a big problem, what can we deal with on our own. So it's really important. Most of the problems that our students face are really sitting in that green traffic light area. That's where we're using language with the students around parking our problems, putting them to the side, focusing on learning because that's our primary goal while we're at school, and then finding help during an appropriate time, and that would be before or after school or during a lunch break. Students in years 7, 8 and 9 can come and see the relevant head of year They can talk to their pathways teacher or role class teacher as well. And then we have a lot of other support in the school, youth support coordinators, our culture hub with all of the staff there. So there's lots of people to support. We also talk to our students about thinking before they act and before they open their mouths. It goes back to that old saying of when I was a child of, if you don't have anything nice to say at all, then don't say anything at all. Okay, so we're really looking at talking to our students about thinking before acting and speaking. So the think is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Probably my favourite one, which I talk to the students a lot about. If it's not kind, just keep it in your mouth, keep it in your head. Sometimes those things don't need to be said. So if you can be encouraging your students to follow those processes, come and have a conversation with you at home as well, and we'd be happy to support at the appropriate time when we can.
I'd like to have a quick chat with you about all of our organisation skills here at the college. So important to be organised, not just with our homework and our equipment, but knowing where we need to go throughout the day, using our timetable so that we can get to our classes on time every time, being ready to go with all of our equipment in those classes, and ensuring that we are not late to class. Here at the college we have a 2020 reminder for the students. That is that in the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes of class, we don't leave the room unless it's for an emergency. Saving those bathroom breaks for lunch times, or if needed, during the middle of the lesson after the teacher has time to set up the lessons for each class. Lesson time is so valuable here at the college. Being ready, organised, ready to learn is so essential to each of our students. So have a chat with your child, make sure they know what they're doing, where they're going, what they need to do when they get there, and who they can, of course, ask for help if it's needed. We're all here to support. We have a great staff, and all of our students are also ready to help, especially our senior leaders. At Bellbird Park, we are so lucky to have such great facilities on a very large campus, not dissimilar to other high schools in the area and across Queensland. It is so essential that students are organised to know where they're going for that next classroom. Having your timetable, grabbing it out before the break is over, starting to learn what your lessons are as your week goes along. This does get easier with time, so getting yourself organised, knowing where to go, start moving before the bell goes. We do have a reminder bell here at the end of every break, but that time is used for movement, not for going to the toilet and not for getting drinks. We have staff around the grounds reminding children to get to class on time. Take the time to know where you're going, which classes you need to be at, and where you need to move before the end of the break. Make the most of your learning time here at the college and be ready to learn.
I just want to talk to you about the phone policy at Bellbird Park State Secondary College. So when we use our phones at school, they're just for lunchtime. For class time, they're often out of sight, and we really recommend that they keep them in their pockets. Our pockets have zips, so it's a really great safe place for students to keep them. As a college, we don't take responsibility if a student's phone gets dropped or lost or stolen out of bags, because we're really clear that we want students to either leave their phones at home or keep them safely on their person. With our social media policy, we're really strict around our expectations around that with students. And so there's no photos taken of students in school uniform, nor are there videos taken of students. And definitely do not post those videos or photos onto social media. There will be conversations with Hoys and deputies if students do those things. If you have any further questions around our social media policy or our phone policy, your first port of call is our Bellbird Park State Secondary College website, and you can access our policies there. Alternatively, you can contact your relevant year level head of year.